So let's step out of commodities and financial markets into the world of technology startups. It's called the Silicon Valley. A few days ago, the Vice President was in Lagos to visit some of the technological hubs, meeting with young Nigerians who are very dynamic, coming up with innovative technology, whether it is creating new apps and whatever. I'm thinking of doing one app myself and maybe just name it after myself. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm just thinking. But then there are those who are involved in this business. So let's we're going to cross over right now to our Abuja studios, where we have two guests sitting together. Pt.1, Ajayi, who is the founder and president of Silicon Valley, Nigeria Economic Development, and Dr. Sam Haddad, who is the founder and president of HCCS LLC in the US. He is also a consulting professor of engineering at the Stanford University and has been named the Businessman of the Year at the Silicon Valley Chamber of Commerce in the United States. He was one of the team currently in Nigeria and just finished that certification program for Nigerians here. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Let's start with you, Mrs. Pt.1 Ajayi, about the Silicon Valley. The last time you were here in the studios with us in Lagos, we spoke about this handshake between Silicon Valley, United States, and Silicon Valley, Nigeria. Is this the handshake you spoke about a few months ago?
Yes. Thank you very much. Destiny has been made. The last time I was here, we were talking about the handshake. Now it's for real. For the first time in history, I will say it's divine. Silicon Valley, actually, we are in Nigeria, the real Silicon Valley. The professor from Stanford University, Mrs. Haddad, Dr. Sam Haddad was here. Mr. Sam Washington, a senior strategy analysis from Cisco was here. Mr. Miguel Castilla, he's an angel investor, was here. Ms. Denise Williams, the president of Silicon Valley Nigerian Economic Development, Inc., was here. And Mr. Haddad Williams, the VP International Affairs, were here. I saw a miracle in the land of the living. Last time we were just having a speculation. This time God has done it. I have to give the Almighty God the credit. I have to thank companies, $350 billion company like IBM, America, IBM Nigeria. I have to thank their country manager, Mr. Deepo Falcon. I have to thank HP, America, and HP Nigeria, their country manager, Ms. Ife. And I have to thank the Almighty God for Oracle Nigeria, and Oracle America. Mr. What do you call that? For what they've done. As faith we have it. You know, this is going to happen. People think it's a joke. But it's a calling for me. Like I said, I'm not the one doing it. But there's some forces that is ready to wipe away the tears of the 65% young adult in this country that are technology, IT, information savvy. I know it's a calling.
Mrs. Ajayi, I want to put a question.
With all these passionate people.
Mrs. Ajayi, I want to put a question to Dr. May I respectfully cut in there, Mrs. Pt.1 Ajayi. Let me put a question to Dr. Haddad about this, what you call the immersion program certification. What exactly did the team from Silicon Valley, what did you bring to Nigeria, and how have you been able to impact the local tech startups within the days and time you spent in Nigeria?
Basically, Chief Ajayi, also called Mama Diaspora, for her extensive work in the United States on behalf of the Nigerian people, has been able to start a vision for Nigeria. And that vision we started in mid-March in Lagos, and we're continuing in Abuja. Last week we had nearly 100 entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, very clever Nigerian young people who have not only ideas, but some of them have small businesses. And all we were trying to do is to motivate them to build their own companies and therefore create jobs to improve the economy. So last week we had just under 100 people who were excited, and here we have a smaller group that we are training to create startup companies. So this is her vision, and I don't envy her. It is an uphill struggle, and all I can say, she needs all the help she can get from Nigerian industry and Nigerian government. She can build this with your help. Maybe it will take 3 to 5 years or more. But she has started, and it is going well.
Dr. Haddad, when you sit down in the United States and you're looking at Nigeria and what has been achieved, and you've seen the entry of big names like Google, Africa, step into Nigeria, and Oracle and the rest of them, how much do you think, what do you think the key issues are for Nigeria here to ramp up very quickly on our own startups?
Well, it is possible that 1 or 2 or 3 of these young people we were training in Lagos and Abuja would one of these days build a Google. And that will create many jobs. So we are not training them to be qualified to take a job. We're training them to create companies and grow and create a huge number of jobs. So basically, she is trying to create a different mentality, not necessarily just qualifying people. In fact, already some of these people are in demand by Oracle, IBM, HP, Jumia, all these. But if they do go, our work is wasted. And in fact, you will lose them. They will just do a job from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. We are hoping that they will okay.
Thank you, Dr.
Have I answered your question?
Yeah. Yes, we have more questions for you, but very quickly, let's move a little bit and put the same question to Mrs. Temitekwe Ajayi there. The Vice President was in Lagos to visit some of the tech hubs a few days ago. I'm sure you are aware of this. You read that in the news. What more would you want the government to do, looking at what you are pioneering, what you're doing in a handshake with the folks from Silicon Valley in the U.S.?
Yeah, I've been to the villa. I don't know why.